Hey guys, thanks so much for joining. We are on the second round, back 10 holes, rounding out the 2021 Gem City Open. My name is Brad Schick. I'm joined by my good friend Tony Moe, and we are on hole number 13.
13, yep.
Yeah, so hole 13. After the first 9 on this round, Tony has a one-stroke lead over myself. We're also playing with Matt Blakely and Adam Ginn, if you haven't seen the previous coverage. So here we go, back down to 13. Tony with the one-stroke lead.
Throwing a flip-up rock here. I thought I had the height right, just not the distance again.
Yeah, again, this is such a challenging hole for it being so short. There's just, if I could play it a few more times, I probably would not throw the sidearm. First round, it worked out great. I just missed that tree that I hit the second round there, so I knew I turned it just a tad bit too much. So
I'm going with a low laser beam here.
I like that line, but just a bit too much hyzer maybe. Still pretty close though.
Yep. I think he was going with a high-speed driver there. Likely going with his forehand. And it looks like it just a little high there. I think I asked him right here. I said, "Didn't you throw that exact same shot in the first round?" Oh.
I thought maybe I'd get one of these long ones to drop, but not yet. Matt from what, 50?
Yep.
So good.
Spun it in there.
I think he likes making those long ones more than the short. He'd rather just leave himself that one.
Yeah. I think he's better from 50 than he is 25.
Yep. There's that extension and follow through for all of you. Newer players, that's the key. Follow through and reach for that thing. Matt does it as good as anyone, so.
Circle's edge
30,
here.
35.
Ugh, just left it a little short.
I kind of counted that one in.
Yeah. I hadn't missed a putt like that all day, so. This one, a little low.
Yep, it was online. That's the beauty of it.
That was a good cleanup by Adam there.
Yeah, he definitely wanted that birdie, but, got the comeback, so got to settle for the 3 and let Blakely take the solo bird. I think I'm having a realization that tree blocks the hole that somehow I got through the first round.
Yeah.
Like, that was really not a great shot. So
there's a line, but there's not really a line.
So Tony's still holding a one-stroke lead. Matt with a nice birdie coming back. So we are looking like, 2.63 on that hole. So there were 7 birdies and probably a bunch of pars. So moving on to 14, just pretty much a wide open shot. You can go righty hyzer, you can go sidearm, you can do whatever you want. There's lots of different ways, but your goal is pretty much to do what Matt just did. Stick it on that mound and tap it in.
It's a great shot.
I mean, there was almost no wind, Tony.
No, it's extremely rare for there to be no wind. I got extremely lucky here.
I thought you hit that tree.
Yeah, I thought I did too, trying to throw the hyzer and just pulled it a little wide, but I got through.
It's money now. I think I'm going with the same Zeus that I've thrown probably 50% of the time. Just a bit wide, but just trying to get a little bit of skip. And luckily, the mud wasn't as bad as I thought, because I didn't think it was going to skip at all.
Adam, I think, is throwing his destroyer again. I think he just pulled it a little wide.
Yeah, just distance looks right, but he gave himself about 40 feet at least, 45 maybe.
Yeah, he's going to give it a run. Ooh,
wow.
That's a nice sit, though.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some funky rollaways on that little mound.
All right.
Good birdie.
Yeah, I definitely did not want to miss this both rounds.
Take that. Matt pretty much pinned. Replace your divot. Straddling from 6 feet. Get it? Nice.
Hasn't missed one yet from that close.
I mean, look at that divot that he just left. That is like courtesy warning.
You're right. Get your tool and fix it, man. It's probably still there.
Right. No grass will grow all year. Couple birds, or a few birdies, and a 3 from Adam. Tony's just holding strong. You won't give it up. So shout out to Brian Schick for supporting hole 14 coverage.
2.19.
Yeah, that's getting it done. So what is this, hole 15?
Yeah.
300?
It's right around 300, and you just want to miss that tree, and he got through, and
Look at that roll.
he deserved a break.
Yeah.
I'll give it to him.
Yeah. You got a good lefty spike without... Can't get it too much heat, right? Because then you go OB.
Yeah, and I just pulled it too wide. And that's going to hit the tree and leave me about 60.
It looks fun. Like a good fun putt to have.
Yeah. You're throwing...
So I threw this shot the first round right at that tree and thought I missed it and didn't. And this round I threw it and it missed. And I was super excited to see that thing just stop.
Oh,
Because that path behind it plays like a river. And if you are on it, you are taking an extra stroke. So
looks like Adam's saying I'm going to throw the same line.
wow, and it is money. Great shot.
So apparently I need to throw it that line.
Way to mess it up.
Yeah, I'm just laying this up. I want nothing to do with that. Because that hill kind of gets away from that angle.
Yeah, it does. It's probably not worth it.
No. And Adam with a good putt there. And I think we're going to have some tap-in twos here. I think I said I'm still out. Brad's still closer than me here.
Yeah, those are fun ones for sure. So, especially after the first round, not getting that. And this guy was doing 60 miles an hour on a scooter.
Old Belmont.
Dangerous. So, 3 twos, and Tony's letting me get one back. So tied it back up, moving into the back 9.
Wow, we really didn't expect it to play 2.56.
Yeah, that's good. Good scoring. Thanks again to Nick Long for supporting hole 15 coverage. So moving on to 16, another bomber here. Really tough to chew. I'd be surprised if there were more than one, maybe two. I don't know. Did we have any twos on this that you know of?
We had Kyle Miller the first round.
Okay.
So
It's a long hole. Max for most players, including myself.
that's a good flex.
Yeah, I played the wind a little bit and gave myself a long look at it, which is about as far as I can throw sidearm. So the wind set up better for the sidearm than the backhand for me.
It looks like Adam made the correction this round, got it a little higher. Absolutely mashed that destroyer.
Wow. Look at the roll. Look at that.
Look at it, dude. Holy
Wow. That rolled 40 or so feet forward. What'd you throw, a destroyer?
I threw a destroyer and just not the right line. I got the flip that I wanted and just needed to be pulled more to the left.
Well, first round you turned too much, and that round you needed
More,
a little bit of that.
So I'm just laying it up here. Just take my 3 and get out. Blakely from his patent range.
I can't believe you didn't hit metal.
Giving that one a run.
I thought I was going to make that. That was one of those I was feeling it.
Yeah, when you let that go, I thought it was in.
Yeah, and I missed. I didn't even hit metal, so. Come on!
Ooh.
I wanted to see the 2, man.
Yeah,
I didn't realize he was that close. When we walked up, and I saw it rolling off the tee, but man, that thing,
Yeah,
it rolled a lot.
He got a really nice roll. Unfortunate, the tree was kind of a little bit in his way, but he had a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's just tapping in their 3s here.
Yep. Nice putt. Nice putt.
Yeah.
Nice star frame. Again, soft, super soft par 4. I would say more 3s than anything on that hole.
Yeah.
Look at that. We had 3 eagles. So
Kyle Miller got it both rounds.
how did Harley not win this tournament? His name is on every time. Like I'm gonna have to go back and look at his scorecard.
He's getting all the hard holes,
I
missing all the
know.
easy ones.
Uphiller here. This one is. We star framed it the first round, so I was kind of expecting us to just kind of breeze through this hole again. Matt doesn't look too thrilled with that. He's got some of the best facial expressions when he throws.
Really
I love it.
does.
I love that guy. I'm throwing the same sidearm, and I just cooked that one a little bit too much with just a tad bit of turn, and I knew it. So I left myself that circle's edge or a little outside with that downhill putt, which the miss for me would be over on the right side, just putting uphill. So
Adam's shot looks exactly the same as the first round.
I think he's within like 5 feet, honestly.
Throwing the Wraith again.
A little less muscle on it this round.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to get tired.
We didn't want the 30-foot up on the high side. Now you got the 20-foot looking up at it.
Matt from probably about 40. Oh, sailed it.
Yeah, I felt like the wind was blowing on him there or something, but that was just really bad. I didn't feel right about it. I don't know. Just didn't have a good vibe in my head. I should have just stepped away, but I think I knew you were so close, and I was like, man, it's too close.
Oh.
And that was one of your few misses for sure. I was really surprised, and I still thought it went in from my angle, and then that second bounce just fell short. So
yeah, that was one that that one hurt. Mm-hmm. That one hurt me for sure. Being that close and half inch off.
I think I felt like I dodged one for sure there.
Adam picking up the 2 there. It's a good 2.
Matt's going to close his eyes in 3, 2, 1.
Dead center.
Nice. It's not going to be a secret anymore. Everyone's going to know.
No,
oh, he did it again. It's so amazing. So, a couple of... That hole's not hard. I feel like, you know, I was not happy about 3 in that hole. So
yeah, we lost strokes on that,
I
would say.
Yeah, there you go. There's a bunch of... playing at 2.5. Shout out to Bart for the sponsorship coverage there. And I luckily did not lose a stroke. So we're back on hole 18, kind of 4 or 5 holes left. And I knew this is where it started to get a little bit like, okay, I better check the scores, see where we are. And I knew you and I were tied, but I wasn't sure kind of where everyone else was.
Yeah.
And then I think I actually looked on this hole because we had a little bit of a wait. So, and if I recall, no one else was really.
Yeah, I think we had 2 or 3 strokes on everybody else.
Yeah. Ooh, Matt getting a vicious skip. I think he was playing for the ace there.
Yeah, I think he was trying to take out some aggression and just throw one in there for the ace pot. Same disc or change the play?
Yeah, I just played that pink force again, just trying to play it wide, and I did not get it wide. I thought I was going to get a real bad skip like Matt, and luckily it just kind of hit a little bit of mud, but it was not the line that I was hoping for. It was just a little bit high. So
yeah, I'm throwing a Firebird. It's a little straighter. I think there was a little bit more wind the second round. And
perfection.
Put it right next to it.
Is the pin in this location a lot, or is it just winter green?
Yeah, it was kind of set up for winter golf.
Yeah.
It's generally in the medium position, but I really like the long position. It's a good hole when it's in the long.
Oh, yeah. And over by the parking lot?
Yeah.
Yeah. That putt was just behind. I just had that tree to get past, and I thought I left it short. I was glad to see that hit the bottom because I thought it hit the front of the rim. Matt just coming in hot again. And, you know, that's the thing. You live and die by that aggressive putt where you see Matt when he's on. I mean, they're coming in at 50 miles an hour and they're banging in the middle. And if you start to doubt yourself a little bit and you start blowing by those holes, it's just those comebackers start to get more and more stressful. And that's where I kind of joke with him and say, like, his style of golf is so stressful. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, granted, Matt was a little bit off on his drives today. Normally keeps him about circle's edge on most drives, so he was definitely working.
So we're back to hole number 19.
Yep.
And I'm trying the same disc. Again, this hole just gives me all sorts of problems, and I don't really even play it for 2 because it's such a challenging hole. You know, the wind is kind of blowing around. You've got all these trees, and I'd say it might even be a little more forgiving on the lefty side. You know, it's more open, but you've got the stress. If you don't stand it up, you're going right in the road. So
yeah, it's a tough hole. It is a very good get, and more times than not, I would say you would see people bogey it before they birdie it.
Yep. I would agree with that. I would guess that this has to play over par.
I would guess the same. That's a good up by Matt there.
Very nice. Yeah, this green, in the first round it was a little bit muddy, so the second round with it warming up, it was definitely going to be muddy, so I just kept telling myself, just hit anywhere near the green and it's not going to skip or roll away, so.
Here's this blind shot again. Just a little outside on it. Were you running it or laying it up?
No, it was kind of a halfway, just get it up there, but it wasn't really worth the risk of hitting something and rolling away because I knew you and I were neck and neck, and I didn't want any testers coming back into that hole.
Nothing hard. Keep it easy.
Yeah, exactly. I like low stress, unlike Matt Blakely.
Right.
Matt would be throwing it 80 miles an hour trying to make it. So good 3 by Adam. So bunch of threes, nothing too exciting, but again, pretty challenging hole unless you get way down there off the tee shot. So wow, look at that.
Played under par.
Okay, well, you can tell I haven't seen this coverage. So
yeah,
shout out to Hazy Shade. Thank you so much. And we're back to hole 1. So again, I play in this one pretty much for 3. I have not played this pin placement a lot, and so for me it was just get up there, stop, and then just maybe throw a jumper in or get it under the basket. I knew it wasn't probably going to be twoed very often.
Oh, right into the barn. That is not what you want to do.
But if you miss that barn, if you're 2 feet right, do you think you're pretty much parked?
Yeah, so it kind of, throwing in this hole enough, it kind of goes into the hill, and you get a little bit of a roll.
Okay.
But it's right on top, and it's a very straight up
free
three. Yeah.
Yeah, I did not play this hole in practice. Obviously, we played it the first round, but oh no, that was gross. That was Matt's AirBud, whatever you want to call it, directly in the nastiest water. Poor Matt, he's just having a rough day, and that thing just plopped in. And John just has to zoom in on the mud puddle just to make it.
I don't think any of us watched where it shot actually went.
I still don't even know.
Yeah, so from where I was, those branches come into play, and I wanted nothing to do with them. Kick OB there would end any kind of chance of me going for a win. So.
Yeah, so I'm looking at this going, okay, well, if I get up and down, he's got to make a really long putt to push, right? So then I'm thinking I'm up 1 stroke if I just get up and down here and he's misses this putt. So I'm not gonna run it. I'm not messing with it. Just I don't need any rolls, and now the pressure's back on you. So
yeah, definitely some weird footing here, being on the side of that hill.
And it's probably 35 or 40, right?
Easily.
It looks really close in the video, but it was probably over. It was definitely outside circle.
Oh yeah. But so I'm gonna take my 4 here, and Brad's going to take the lead with 2 holes to go.
I think this is honestly like the first time I've had the lead too. I mean, I don't know exactly. Like we've been tied a bunch.
Yeah,
but
I think maybe we went back and forth once before that, but it's definitely been a battle the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can see that hole played over par. So thanks to Boom for the support on the coverage. And we're now on to hole 2. And again, first round, I was nowhere near this, but I wanted to try it with a little bit of a faster disc and less stability. And I got this thing to flat just a little bit, and it started to hyzer out. So I thought, well, I'll give myself a chance potentially, but it was still pretty far out.
Yeah, it's a good shot, though. It's giving you the opportunity. You beat the trees.
Adam bombing that one pretty good. I think he caught a little bit late.
I'm going with the cloud breaker here, and I got it perfect.
Yeah, that is absolutely smashed. Man, you got a little bit of an unfortunate roll back, too.
Yeah.
And there's that. Oh, my God, that's scary. That's what I was saying. I mean, if you hit that tree, you just bring 4 into place so fast. I don't think Matt really cares at this point, though.
No,
So
I think he's just trying to get off the holes.
Yeah, just being aggressive and trying.
It's a good up by Adam.
Very nice.
So he's giving it a run here.
Nice.
So what are you, 40, 45?
Yeah, probably. And when I let it go, the weird thing was I felt good about it. Then I thought maybe it's not going to get there. But, yeah, it was probably at least 45-ish uphill, so it played a lot further. It was just out of range. I was almost going to jump putt it, and I'm glad I didn't. So
it really broke my heart to see that one go.
Well, and then I'm thinking, like, I'm up 1. If he makes this, I'm up. If he misses this, I'm up 2. And I'm thinking I'm big putting him. He's not going to make it, and you just no pressure, walk up, bam.
I needed it. As soon as I saw that one go in, I had to refocus.
That was huge save. Matt saving his 3, and Adam with a good one.
Yeah,
very nice.
3.
So we have 1 hole left, and I am still up 1 stroke. And it's a challenging hole 3, so...
Yeah, it's a righty hyzer or lefty forehand.
Yeah.
Good. We had 3 2s on 2, though.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
2 of them, me and you. That's not bad that round.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Krieger also getting a 2. So
that's really good for Ben.
So I'm going the last hole, same as I threw the first round, and I just pulled it way right and pretty much took the 2 out of play. That's a good 60 or 70 feet away, so I knew I was pretty much toast. And so now it's all pressure on Tony.
Come on.
And I have a feeling you've thrown this hole a million times, and that is almost identical to the first round, within maybe 10 feet, would you say?
I would say within 10 feet, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But it's still, I knew it was a scary putt, and I knew it was for the win, so I'm like,
Definitely some added pressure to this putt coming out.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were going to have pressure on the first round, and you just walked up and drilled it. Matt's trying to get off this course with one last bird.
Got it high, but is it going to get through?
Looks good.
Fought through.
Yeah, good shot. I pretty much couldn't. I didn't even think twice. I mean, I put all the pressure. It was a
smart play.
Yeah, just
adding more pressure to my putt. Yeah, that was a good putt by Adam.
Very nice.
A good way to end his round.
Very nice putt. So here it is. I mean, this is it. So what's going through your head? Make it?
Just make it. Read the wind, put it in. And as soon as about halfway, I realized it was going in.
I wish he had filmed me because I actually took out my phone because I told I was like, he's making this. We're going to extra holes, and I actually filmed it just to send back to you because I'm like, man, this is just the exact same spot that he's in, and it was so pure. I mean, that was a fun battle. Like, we went back and forth, and then for it to go down to the last hole, I knew I was like, man, I had the opportunity though. All I had to do was birdie it, and you couldn't beat me. But
John even said after I hit it, I think you've hit this putt a time or two.
Mm-hmm.
I think even in the last thing he filmed me in was the doubles with Bart was in the same exact position, and I got it.
Sounds about right. So after all was said and done, we had a few 2s on that hole. Shout out again to Hazy Shade for the support. And that hole playing in at 2.56, I'm really surprised. I mean, that's a little lower. It's not as easy as it looks with that big tree growing out. So now, we get all the cards in, and Tony and I are both tied. And so we are going back to hole number 1 for the playoff. I guess Buckeye Burgers was supporting this. So we're back to hole 1 right in the mud. So
and I said, don't hit the barn, Tony, whatever you do.
You didn't.
No.
You absolutely didn't.
And I got past the low branch, so I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. I'm going with the same exact disc. Trying the same shot, just play it over there. And I love this. I was like, yes. And then I was thinking I was going to be right by Blakely that first round, and I just barely stayed in bounds. It was really close. So,
and I just threw it up here.
Yep.
Brad was super close to the line there.
Yeah, it was a pretty sketchy line, and I got the benefit of the doubt, but I would have been pretty heartbroken to lose like that because there was like a hose or something laying on the cable, which kind of pushed it forward. And it was still close. I'm like, man.
Yeah, it wasn't even a doubt. There's no way I would take a victory that way.
Well,
we just said it was in, and it was in.
yeah, I appreciate that. Some people may not have done that, so. So this was the scorers, and now we're back to playoff hole number 2. Same hole we just played just a few minutes ago where I hit a big putt. So I'm actually going to try the exact same shot. I'm sure you are as well, Tony. Is that the cloud breaker again?
Yeah, that is the cloud breaker. I got it over, but not enough.
Still got through there pretty good, though.
Yeah.
I'm going same disc. I'm like, man, I'm feeling it now. And I threw almost the same shot, but it just didn't stable up as much as it did the first round, or the second round, I'm sorry. So
I'm probably about 45 here.
I was pretty sure you were going to make this.
Felt good and just was a little high.
And then I thought, this is almost the same putt I just hit with a jumper, and
Oof.
just pulled it a little bit right.
A little meat on the bones here.
Nice. Well done.
It was a good putt.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't realize you skipped off that high until I got up there. So, well, he's got some work to do. So.
Now we're going to hole 3. Or one of my favorite holes, being a lefty.
Oh, man. All I had to do was birdie at the first round.
Yeah. And out of the hands, it's just low. And I catch the luckiest break.
Man,
I skipped off that railroad tie, off the ground, and it was pin high.
Yeah.
Brad's laughing here.
I was shaking. I was just shaking when I saw that. And then it was just, yeah, it was bad all around. So and then I pretty much couldn't have landed in a worse spot because I couldn't even run up or do anything. So I just tried to get a forehand roller and
actually, you threw a pretty good roller here.
Yeah, it got up there, but the curl around really hurt. So
I should have laid this up, knowing the score, but I had a bunch of people and I wanted to run it and got a little extra roll, and I'm about circle's edge on the way back.
Yeah, that was pretty kind of you. And I thought, man, just try to make this and maybe you can win. And, of course, it was another really bad putt. I don't know. I don't think I was nervous. I think it was just that was like the one putt you missed, too.
Yeah.
So we'll keep going. That was a generous go for. We had a decent group of people watching, and I think we got caught up into it. So
yeah,
we'll go back to hole 4 now.
Want to make sure Brad can hit his putts on 4, so that next year he'll be all right.
Oh my goodness, Kevin Cruz, thank you. Big shout out to Kev. We're gonna move over to hole 4, which is the hole that we started the tournament on, and it is pretty much a must get for obviously the lefty and for the sidearm. It's just kind of right there in front of you, so ace it. And I thought you almost did.
Yeah, kind of blocked the view there. It was a good little run. About 15 feet long, or short, but it was a run. And nuke again?
Yeah, I cooked it a little bit more. I was trying to give it an ace and just went a little behind it, I think. So
It should be formalities for us. We're just tapping them in.
Mm-hmm. But honestly, like going into hole 5, that is the hole I played really poorly all day. I was like just hoping it didn't get to hole 5.
Yeah.
And it did.
It's
So I'm like, just get your 3 on hole 5 because
yeah, it's been playing tough
all
day. Like there was only 2 twos on it all day.
Yeah, not a lot.
So
well, Matt would have been 3 if it didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
Spit right out.
So we're going to 5, and I change discs again and throw Destroyer this time. And I got it right. Got the gap I wanted to. Got the skip.
Perfection. Great shot.
Same disc?
Yeah, why not? 3rd time's a charm, right?
Yeah.
And I actually did feel pretty good about it, but the headwind the first round or second round really flipped it, and that round it just didn't. So I knew once I got over there on that side that I was pretty much in trouble, and I had to just lay it up because I had branches hanging just about head high, and it was virtually impossible to run. So I figured make him make his 28, 30-footer and maybe he misses. And if he makes it, he wins. Like, he deserves it. And it was perfect. So
that one felt good.
yeah, it was a great putt and such a fun battle.
Oh, yeah.
Going 5 extra holes or whatever it was. And again, I mean, we went back and forth all day, so it was just kind of a fun way to end and had a good group to follow around. So
yeah, I would say we had one of the better cards, and it was good vibes all the way around, and it was just fun to play.
So is that your first win this year?
It's actually my second win.
Second win.
And I actually got my first win in a playoff, too.
All right.
That went 4 holes, so
don't the news is don't go into a playoff with Tony or you're probably going to lose. So yeah, some hot ratings. I thought the second round ratings were a little low, which I was surprised, but no big deal. Ratings don't mean much. We're going for wins. So got to give a big shout out again to Tony for helping with the coverage. I want to thank to John Schwan for doing the coverage again. He's done so much for Dayton Disc Golf. And we have to give a shout out again to the tournament staff for running the event, or else we wouldn't have anything to do. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. And please like and subscribe if you haven't already. See you guys.